What's up, Dolphin Nation? What's up, PhinsTalk Nation? What's up, NFL fans? In today's video, we're going to talk the NFL Combine 2026 Day 1, Standouts and Stats. We're also going to talk about are the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are definitely in the Malik Willis hunt, according to ESPN, and a specific reporter of ESPN stating that the Miami Dolphins truly want to go after Malik Willis. Also, the Atlanta Falcons are waiting for the Miami Dolphins to release Tua Tagovailoa to supposedly jump on Tua Tagovailoa after he's released by the Miami Dolphins. But let me go ahead and talk to you about an offseason trade that just happened. This won't happen until the league year starts later this month, like March 13th or 14th, if I'm not mistaken. But there has already been a trade. According to Jordan Schwartz, the Jets have finalized a trade sending defensive end Jermaine Johnson to the Titans for defensive tackle Trevon Sweat. Sources confirm Johnson was a vital player for Robert Saleh in New York and now will be with him in Tennessee. Jermaine Johnson was drafted by Robert Saleh while he was at the New York Jets. So of course he wants him. He drafted the kid. So yes, this is understandable that now he'll be joining the Tennessee Titans and that this trade occurred. Quickly, let's discuss the defensive ends and the defensive tackles and their stats in the day one of the NFL Combine. Give me 1 second. Defensive end, edge out of Ohio State, Arvelis Reese, grade of a 7.04. David Bailey, edge out of Texas Tech, grade at a 6.78. Ruben Bain Jr. out of University of Miami, grade at a 6.70. Keldrick Falk, grade at a 6.45. Akeem Mesidor out of University of Miami, graded out at a 6.41. Zion Young out of Missouri, graded out at a 6.40. Cassius Howell out of Texas A&M, graded out at 6.38. Jacobs out of Illinois, graded out at 6.33. Deshaun Brahman, graded out at a 6.33. TJ Parker out of Clemson, graded out at 6.29. R. Manson Thomas, graded out at 6.28. Derek Moore out of Michigan, graded out at a 6.26. Kieran Crawford, also 6.26. Jack Piper, former Florida Gator, but transferred to LSU, graded out at a 5.88. In terms of defensive tackle, those were defensive end. I'm not going to go through all of them, guys. Caleb Banks out of the University of Florida, graded out at a 6.39. Caden McDonald, graded out at a 6.39 out of Ohio State at defensive tackle. Peter Woods, graded out at a 6.36. Christian Miller, graded out at a 6.34 out of Georgia. Defensive tackle Xavier Harris out of Mississippi, graded out at a 6.34 also. Texas Tech, defensive tackle Lee Hunter, 6.29. Dominique Orange, defensive tackle Iowa State, 6.24. Tyler Oyedim, 6.24 out of Texas Tech. Albert Riggs, 6.20 out of Texas A&M. And I'll do one more. Defensive tackle out of Clemson, graded out as a 6.18. So those are some of your defensive tackles, top defensive tackles stats out of the Combine. So we've done defensive tackle, defensive end. In another video, I'll do tight ends and wide receivers, some of them. But let's go on and read to you what ESPN had to say about the Miami Dolphins definitely being in the Malik Willis sweepstakes, and that that this reporter from ESPN strongly believes that the Miami Dolphins are going to be bidding for Malik Willis in the Malik Willis sweepstakes. And this article was written by the Phinsider, but it's an article based on the ESPN article, which I could not find. But it talks about what Jeremy Fowler out of ESPN is reporting in terms of that the Miami Dolphins are definitely interested and are in the sweepstakes for Malik Willis. And this article is written by the Insider's Josh Holtz. Fowler, the Miami Dolphins definitely in on free agent QB Malik Willis. The Miami Dolphins and free agent QB Malik Willis continue to be linked together, ESPN Jeremy Fowler reports. And this was written earlier today on March 2nd. The 2026 NFL Combine took place over the weekend, and instead of watching future stars run around in their underwear, I spent the week in Orlando at the most magical place on earth. Yes, that last part can certainly be debated. I drove the family from Pennsylvania to Orlando and back again, and in the process, didn't miss too much on the NFL front. That is, except for all the exceptional combine performances and a week's worth of rumors surfacing days before the league's tampering period is set to begin. One of those rumors involves a player some Dolphin fans are hoping could land in South Florida. Clearly, I'm talking about Packers free agent quarterback Malik Willis, who is about to get paid in the coming days. Miami has been a rumored destination since the team plucked general manager John Eric Sullivan and new head coach Jeff Hafley from Green Bay. In the latest article, ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, along with other NFL analysts, breaks down some of the things we're hearing at the Combine, and Fowler had a lot to say about Willis and his potential destinations. Here's what Fowler wrote. Willis' market has been a prominent topic this week, but a team offering him $30 million per year doesn't appear to be realistic. Many front offices believe the more accurate camp is Justin Fields' deal with the Jets last year. 2 years, $40 million. Could that jump up due to cap, inflation, and or multiple suitors? Sure. A range of $20 to $25 million annually is certainly a good starting point. But Willis hitting the $30 million threshold as a player with 6 career starts would surprise some of the teams at the Combine. Expect at least 2 and possibly several teams to be involved on Willis. Miami is definitely in. A source said Arizona is combing the market too, but doesn't seem likely that he'll end up in Cleveland. Multiple offensive coaches said Willis has a chance to be the league's best rushing quarterback, and that he has the power in his legs and arm to drive the ball all parts of the field. The issue will be that you simply can't run your whole offense with him. One prominent offensive coach, he's not ready to handle that. So whether he can sustain a full season will be a question, but he's got a lot of ability and terrific character. The good news here is that Willis may not get the enormous contract some have predicted, with teams continuing to view Justin Fields' contract a year ago with the Jets as a realistic range. Is something Miami's decision makers are willing to do. More importantly, is Miami the place Willis wants to call home with a rebuild on the horizon? At just 26 years old, Willis has the potential to become the guy for his new team. The team could be the Dolphins, but not without a fight. What are your thoughts on the Dolphins' continued interest on Malik Willis? All right, guys, there you have it. The thoughts of Jeremy Fowler from ESPN saying that the Dolphins are definitely interested in Malik Willis. I'm more if he's into the $15 million range a year or the $10 million range a year. I would not even pay $20 million, $25 million a year. That still does not make sense, especially if you're going to cut Tua and owe $99 million over the next 2 years. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. And like always, stay positive, stay on your grind, and go Dolphins.